Hello. Hope all is well with you. Blessings to you and your family. I hope you woke up this morning feeling chosen, set apart, and still becoming. Just want to focus today on Ephesians 1, verse 4. He chose us in Him before the foundation of the world. He chose us in Him before the foundation of the world. I just wanted you to pause and take that in for a second. He chose us, He chose you before the foundation of the world. You see, many times people spend their time and their lives trying to be chosen, chosen by people, chosen for opportunities, chosen to belong. But scripture tells us God chose you before you ever choose Him. Before you think of Him, He already chose you. Because remember, He knew you before you were formed in the womb. He chose you. Your life is not accidental. Your story is not random. You were chosen on purpose. I know a lot of times, because of the situation or circumstances that we're in, we tend to think negatively about why was I chosen in this family? Why are these people my parents? But because God knew you, He knows you, He sees everything, He knows everything before it happens. He knew your parents. He orchestrates everything because He chose you. It tells us we were chosen before the foundation of the world. Imagine that for a second. You were thought of, you're designed. Every organ, every limb, every cell, every nervous system were designed specifically for you. That doesn't mean God didn't wait until you had it all together. Before your calling was clear, before your faith felt strong, before your mistakes and missteps, God already said, that one is mine. You are His. He's mine. She's mine. Being chosen doesn't mean that you're perfect, it means you are claimed. To be set apart means to live with purpose, not pressure. Being set apart looks like making different choices when no one is watching, walking away from things that no longer fit who you are becoming. Trusting God even when obedience feels uncomfortable. Mark 16, verse 16 reminds us that belief leads to transformation. Faith isn't just something we carry, it's something we live out daily. So I just want to reiterate, making different choices when no one is watching. The word I use for that is integrity. Doing the right thing even when no one is watching, even when you're not even getting the credit for it, but adhere to doing the right thing. And the other one is walking away from things that no longer fit who you are becoming. That is not an easy thing to do, but that is something that you need to do because where you're going, not everyone can come with you. And what you're doing When you're trying to live for God, you have to walk away from things that no longer fit who you're becoming. That means God is already working on the inside. And that's the invitation of you understanding who you're becoming, and that what you were doing doesn't make sense anymore. Now you're walking into your purpose. And you're still becoming the person you want to be. You're set apart. You're chosen. And being chosen doesn't mean the process is finished. On the contrary, it's just beginning. You can be called and still learning, anointed and still growing. As we're talking about called and still learning and anointed and still growing, my thoughts went to when Samuel went to David's house um, to anoint one of his sons. And when you're thinking, when we hear the story, David was out in the fields because he wasn't even thought of being the one to be anointed. He had older brothers, bigger, stronger, probably more handsome. But David was chosen. He was set apart for a time. And he was young at the time when he was anointed. And it took years before he became king. So you can be called and still learning, anointed and still growing, faithful and still healing. God is not done with you yet. He's shaping, stretching, and strengthening you as you walk with Him. Just a reminder, you don't walk in faith to earn God's approval. You walk in faith because you already have it. Obedience is not about proving yourself, it's about trusting the one who chose you. And just a word for the day, you are already chosen. You are set apart for a purpose, and you are still becoming everything God has spoken over your life. So walk confidently, trust boldly, and live out your faith knowing God chose you on purpose. Have a blessed day. You were chosen.